All right, today we're going to put on our detective hats because we're digging into a really fascinating case of mistaken identity online. The name in question is ResearchBites. Now, you might have seen this pop up before, but as you're about to see, a name, well, it doesn't always tell you the whole story. So, get this. Want to know the latest discoveries, but don't want to spend hours reading through the complicated jargon? I mean, that question really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? Academic research can feel like it's locked behind this huge wall of confusing language. And this quote, it just perfectly sets the stage for what we think Research Bites is all about. It sounds like a solution for sure, but the real mystery is a solution for who and how exactly? Okay, so let's meet our first suspect in this case. This first version of Research Bites seems to be all about being a friendly guide, a storyteller whose whole mission is to break down those walls of jargon we were just talking about. And the origin story here is actually pretty fascinating. This thing wasn't born in some high-tech lab. Nope, it came from a genuine frustration with those super dense academic journals. So the goal isn't to build some complicated tool, it's really just about connecting with people, over a shared passion for animals and the environment. And they do it with simple stuff, like articles and videos. It's all about building a community. And check this out. Here we see that focus in action. It's actually collaborating with the British Veterinary Nursing Association, providing really practical guidelines for scientific posters. So yeah, this isn't some faceless corporation. This feels grounded, it's specific, and it seems really connected to the hands-on science community it's trying to serve. Okay, so the picture we're getting is pretty clear, right? We've got a passion project, it's all about public science communication, it has a very specific niche, and a really straightforward mission. Seems simple enough, doesn't it? Well, just when we think we've got it all figured out, the case is closed. Our investigation takes a sharp turn because a totally different set of clues starts pointing to a completely different entity, hiding under the exact same name. All right, now let's look at our second Research Bites. And this one, well, it's not about storytelling at all. This is all about technology. We're talking about an AI-powered research assistant. And its purpose? Yeah, completely different. It's an innovative AI-powered platform that's designed to simplify complex papers into multimedia formats. See, the goal here isn't translating science for the public. It's about transforming content for the busy academic, the researcher. And here's how it actually works. You just upload a paper, and the AI takes over. It just spits out all these different formats, slides, audio summaries, even LaTeX notes. This is a tool that's all about efficiency. It's for researchers who are already in that world of academic papers, but they just want to get through them faster. And that community aspect we talked about? It's different here, too. This isn't about social media for everybody. This is a journal club without walls. It's a professional network where academics can build a profile by sharing what they're reading. The target audience? Yeah, completely different. And nothing says tech platform quite like a detailed privacy policy, right? I mean, we're talking effective dates, data collection on your uploaded documents, compliance with big international laws like GDPR. This is the language of a software as a service company. This is not a simple blog. So this is the crucial point, right? We have two completely different identities. On one hand, you've got the storyteller for the public. On the other, you've got this AI tool for academics. And they're both operating under the exact same name. So how is that possible? All right, let's lay out all the evidence we've gathered, put it side by side. It's time to solve this puzzle once and for all. When you put them side by side like this, the differences are just, wow, they're stark. One mission is to entertain, the other is to automate. The audiences couldn't be more different. We're talking the general public versus professional researchers. The products are worlds apart, and the whole context just confirms it all. A friendly partnership on one side and a corporate privacy policy on the other. So when you look at all the facts laid out just like this, the conclusion becomes, well, it's pretty undeniable. There's just no way these are two sides of the same coin. So it's time for the big reveal, in our case of the two Research Bites. The answer is two. There are two entirely separate, completely unrelated entities that just happen to share the exact same name. It's really that simple. And yeah, that confusing. So just to recap what we uncovered, We have one ResearchBites, that's a media project making animal science accessible for everybody. Then you have the other ResearchBites, which is an AI-powered SaaS tool for academics. They share a name, but that's it. They have totally different missions, different audiences, and different services. But here's why this actually matters. This whole mystery isn't just some quirky coincidence. It's a perfect lesson in digital literacy. It's a great example of why we all need to be a little more careful, a little more critical when we're consuming information online. You know, this quote, which comes from the Storyteller's Poster Guidelines, is actually perfect for this. It says, most people make a decision as to whether to read a poster or not in the first few seconds. Now, yeah, it's talking about scientific posters, but it's also a brilliant metaphor for how we use the internet, isn't it? We make these snap judgments based on a name or a headline, and we just assume we know the whole story in a couple of seconds. And that really leaves us with a final big takeaway question. I mean, this whole case was about ResearchBites, right? But how many other names do we see online and just assume they belong to one single thing? We see a name, we build this whole identity around it in our head, and we never even realize there could be a completely different story attached to it. It's just a great reminder to, always look a little deeper.